Alright everyone, I think we are back in action. Sorry about that, I lost my internet for a second, so I guess officially I'll call this part 2 of Ye Olde Gaming Show, playing Torment Tides of Numenera. Numenera, whatever it is. I apologize for that, but we're back. And I think we were at a choice here. I was going to say, if this place is my mind, why don't I remember any of this? Any of you? So let's move on with that. Here we go. It's your mind, a construct built to, I don't know, share thoughts, store your true self. Wait, you know how people say in the first place? This is definitely the first place of your memory. Well, it was the first place for me anyway. You'd probably know better since it's yours. If you don't remember now, maybe it'll come to you later. Alright, more choices. Alright, so I've done 4 and 5. We'll just go again. 6 choices. Probably knocked everyone out of the viewership, so let's see where we're at. Is anyone there? Electrical Skateboard and Thronezilla. Thanks for joining back in. Alright, let's tell me about this place again. I just told you as much as I know. It's your mind. And that means you're in control. You just need to figure out how to unlock its secrets. I don't know how, but I think the resonance chamber will do that for us. It'll unite us, make us whole again. Okay, and again, 6 choices. So we're going to go with number 6. How do you know all this? All that you're not telling me. All that you're telling me. He throws up his hands in frustration. I'm just a part of you. I look at you and I know this place was made for you, for us, and I remember pieces of knowledge that come to me when you ask your questions. But that's all. Alright, well, we narrowed it down to 5 choices now. Let's ask about the place again. Just curious what he says. He shrugs. You know what I know. Okay. Alright. I'm going to go with, you said I had to finish the process. What do you mean by that? After you wake up from this dream state and attune to the tides, you'll need to find something called a resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside that and everything will be fine. Alright. 6 choices. I'll power through this and then we'll get on to allowing you guys to make choices again once everybody gets back in the stream. Who are these other people? You call them reflections. Oh, I got a codex entry. That's what they are. As I said, it's your mind. You'll find reflections of people you know, people you met in the real world, and with whom you share some kind of psychic connection. I don't know how or why. It just happens. Okay, down to 5 choices again. Let's go with, before I met you, it felt like something was hunting me. Do you know what it was? He closes his eyes. That's a memory I don't want to recall. Large, black, furious. It's our death. It's the sorrow. He closes his eyes. I hope it's lost interest in you. If it finds us, we're done for. Okay, 4 choices. Let's ask about the place again. Okay, so that's all he's going to give me there. Alright. Can you tell me who you are again? A piece of your mind splintered off. Okay. So we've narrowed it down to 2 choices we'll make. What do you mean attuned to the tides? Tides are like a force, like gravity or magnetism or something, except they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Your body, that is, your body in the real world, needs the tides to survive. It's not something you need to worry about. Your body will attune as it wakes up. Alright, let's ask about the resonance chamber. That's the last choice. I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember it having 5 mechanical arms around it and a metal ring set in the floor. I think we were aiming for it when we fell. When you open your eyes in the real world, it should be nearby. Okay, so last choice. How do I get back to the real world? There's a portal down there. It'll take you back to your body. Just step through it and the whole tides thing should take care of itself. He crosses his arms. When you wake up, find the resonance chamber and activate it. Then we can... What in the hells is that? Uh-oh. Gods, it's the sorrow. Sorrow is anchored to those reflections. It's devouring their power. We have to get rid of them. Destroy its anchors or else the sorrow will erase us forever. Kill the reflections anchoring the sorrow to your mind. A crisis begins when you enter into a dangerous situation. Crises are turn-based encounters where you can fight, sneak, manipulate the environment, or talk your way out of trouble. Okay. Each turn you can take one action to attack or activate an ability. You can also make one move. The reflection's near you. Kill it. You'll loosen the sorrow's anchor. Use left stick to move the reticle at the center of the screen, then A to move to a position or attack. Try selecting the highlighted character now. Okay, I highlighted it. I can attack. Alright, we'll try an attack. We'll see what happens. Attack. Effort can be applied to attacks to increase your chance to hit. As with other tasks, each level of effort increases your chances by 20% at the cost of 1 point from the stat pool. Unarmed attacks use speed, but other weapons and abilities may use might or intellect instead. Okay. Alright, final difficulty 65%. Base difficulty 50%. Last cast off modifiers, light weapon bonus. Total modifiers 15. Okay, 65%. I could use more if I want to. I'm not going to. I'm going to confirm. What in the... It's escaping. It's going somewhere. I didn't get to read all that. Now run. Get to the next one. You can sacrifice your action for the turn to double move instead of attacking. This movement preview line turns purple when over a position that requires a double move. Okay, attack out of range. Alright, what do I do again? Out of range. Okay, I could sucker punch. Okay, I don't want to do any of that. Okay, I'll attack. When you apply effort to attack, it also increases the damage you deal. Different weapons and abilities gain different amounts of bonus damage from effort. Okay, 65%, 85%. Let's go 65. Okay, I'll attack again, 65. You've already used your action this turn, and you'll need to wait until the next turn to deal with another reflection. You can move somewhere to spend your remaining move, but you can press Y to end your turn directly. Okay, let's end the turn. I don't know what all that's about. Okay, he's just about dead. Confirm. What's it doing now? It's infecting someone. It's infecting it somehow. Fetals are temporary conditions or status effects that can improve or reduce a character's stats. The Sorrow has just placed a fetal on the remaining reflection. You can't remove this fetal, but you may find a way to overcome it. Alright, how do I see its fetal? I guess it's the little green arrow pointing up, maybe? The armor stat reduces physical damage. The fetal the Sorrow placed on this character has boosted its armor by 10, meaning you absorb 10 points of damage from each attack. Wow. This reflection's armor is now too high for you to overcome with your unarmed attack. Skist, the reflection is protected somehow. You need to find a way to hit it even harder. Grab that piece of mirror glass. It might have enough residual energy to kill the reflection. Okay. Pick up loot, use the stick to move the reticle over the object, and then press A. Press Y to take all, or select the individual item you want and press A. Deals 13 physical damage and refills all user stat pools. Okay. Let's take all. To activate an item, press right trigger to bring up the item's radio. Highlight your target with the reticle and press A again. Okay. Shimmering glass, use item. Made that one. Okay. Alright, the Spectre says, you pried it loose. That thing is a cancer, an infection. It's unstoppable, but you stopped it. He holds his head in his hands. I can't believe it found us. In here. He looks at you, terror in his eyes. That thing, the Sorrow, it's been hunting you. It's what killed you in the first place. It'll keep hunting you until you activate the resonance chamber. I didn't remember until I saw it, but that's why the chamber is so important. You have to get it back and activate the chamber before it's too late. The portal to your body is that shimmering dome there. Go, now. Okay. Alright, so looks like we're at a good stopping point. As I promised earlier, we're going to pause right there. And WWE Elimination Chamber is tonight, so I promised I would go through my predictions, and so let's do that now. Let me bring up a list of the matches. All right, here we go. So, all right, let's go through these. This looks like it's on the pre-show. It's going to be Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus the Miztourage, which is Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel tag team match. I think that Luke and Carl are going to continue the little, I guess it's a face push. I don't really know what kind of push they're getting. The club push, whatever. I think they're going to continue that and get the win pretty clean over the Miztourage, which is why it's probably in the pre-show. Looking for the volume controls on this thing. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's look at Asuka versus Nia Jax. If Jax wins, she will be added to Asuka's championship match at WrestleMania 34. Which currently, what is that match? It's Asuka versus... It's not Alexa Bliss. She's already said who she wanted to face. Damn, who was it? Who's the champion? Is it Charlotte? Who is the champion on that show? Asuka's on Raw. That's gonna be Alexa Bliss, right? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, if Alexa holds the title. You know, oh, man. Why would they add that stipulation? If Jax wins, she'll be added to the match at WrestleMania. Why would they add that stipulation if Jax isn't going to win? But I can't see Asuka losing a match yet. Maybe she will. Man. I just can't do it. I've got to pick Asuka. I got to pick Asuka going on. It doesn't make sense that they would add that stipulation if she's not going to be added. But I can't imagine they would kill Asuka's run yet until she has the title. I just can't. Her undefeated streak. Can't see it. So, yeah, I'm going with Asuka tonight on that. Woken Matt Hardy against Bray Wyatt. Damn, who really cares? But, you know, Matt's kind of taken the fall last time, so they're 50-50 booking. Since he took the loss last time to Bray, I'm going to go with Matt Hardy wins. I might even go a little further and say that he will involve the Broken Universe, Woken Universe, whatever you want to call it, a little more in this match. Maybe an interference from his wife, Reby, or maybe, who is the guy? Maybe Jeff interfering, perhaps? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go with Matt Hardy winning on that one. Alright, Cesaro and Sheamus, the bar, against Titus Worldwide, which is going to be Apollo and Titus for the Raw Tag Team Championship. I don't see them taking it off Cesaro and Sheamus yet. I see them rolling forward on this, so yeah, they'll win. Cesaro and Sheamus for the win. And then we come to the Elimination Chamber matches. Let's go with the women's. We got Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Sasha Banks, and Sonya Deville in the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Women's Championship. I'm trying to think, Asuka, who, if any of those would be interesting for Asuka to take on. I don't. Maybe Sasha. Maybe they'd want Sasha to move on. Yeah, I really don't see it. I think Alexa's going to retain the championship there and move on to face Asuka at WrestleMania. So Alexa for the win in the Elimination Chamber. And the last one is the Elimination Chamber for the Universal Championship match at WrestleMania 34. Strowman, Elias, Finn Balor, Cena, Roman Reigns, Rollins, and The Miz. Man, against Brock. Okay, The Miz is obviously no. Balor, no. Cena, Reigns, or Strowman, or Elias, no. He's not going to get that push yet. I think WrestleMania is going to be... Reigns. I know a lot of people are saying Reigns versus Brock at WrestleMania, and it makes sense since they let Reigns lose the first match the other night on Raw, that he would get the nod. But I think the money's in Strowman versus Brock at WrestleMania. They could always add another person in there later if they wanted to, but Elimination Chamber is Strowman's time to shine. He could do something cool with pick up one of the one of the pods and throw it on somebody or something. I don't know. I think it's another show-off time for Strowman, so I'm going with him winning. And that's it. So far, only 6 matches listed. That's what I'm going for. That's my predictions. Elimination Chamber tonight. Hope everyone enjoys it. Let's get back to Torment. And we're going to try to finish up pretty quick here. I'm getting hungry for some lunch, so we're going to go about 15-20 more minutes, and then we'll kill this. Alright, into the nice prism chamber looking thing.
Where did he fall from? His body smashed to talc. It's a wonder he's still breathing.
All I saw was the corona, not his origin point. But look, he's healing already. Spontaneous regeneration.
Oh, I forgot to unmute. Gosh, how long have I been muted? Who knows? While he was talking, I think. Yeah, I read all that. But anyway, sorry about that. I was still muted. Anybody have a choice? 1 through 4. Going once. Vote 1 through 4 if you wish for me to pick it. Otherwise, I'm picking 4. Dead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Was I dead? Alright, Allergan, you fell an incredible distance, yet here you are, talking. Do you really not? He cocks his head to the side. You don't know, do you? I'm starting to think you're not him. Callistay's starting to think, Allergan? Tell me, is it a novel experience? She's got a sharp tongue. Allergan, it's his face. I've never seen any other people rebuild themselves like that. Only the changing god could have healed so quickly. He sighs and rubs his face, trying to regain his composure. Maybe you could help me for a change. You know what this means to me? Callistus says, you're familiar with the word changing, Allergan? It implies inconsistency. Thus, the changing god may well have changed. Several versions of her shrug, and she addresses you. You'll have to forgive him. He believes you're someone he once knew, even though it was painfully obvious to anyone that you're newly born. Callistes, her most solid self, curtsies while others bow or spin. I, and my sisters, am Callistes. This is Allergan. We are explorers, knowledge seekers. That's how we came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you are what we call a cast-off. The changing god created you, body and mind. Your sire used your body for a time, then abandoned it for reasons of his own. When his mind departed for a new experience, you were born in his cast-off shell. Alright, we got 6 choices. Where are we? What is this place? Who is the changing god? Are there other cast-offs? So you say I was born when the changing god left, but why am I not dead? Before I woke I was in some kind of dreamlike labyrinth with a glowing specter. And if falling from the sky didn't kill me, is there anything that can? Choice 1 through 6, ladies and gentlemen. Make your choice in the chat if you'd like. If not, where are we and what is this place? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll allow time for the stream to catch up. Alright, where are we? What is this place? Callistus says, a sanctum of your sires. The common belief is he has several such places throughout the ninth world, possibly other worlds as well. We were only just able to gain entry to this one because of your grand entrance. Alright. We got, who is the changing god? Are there other cast-offs? Why am I not dead? Before I woke, and if falling from the sky didn't kill me, what can? 1 through 5. Again, vote if you'd like. If not, I'm going to left, but why am I not dead? Again, give you time to vote, ladies and gentlemen. 1. Or, sorry, I should count backwards like I usually do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And wait for the delay. Alright, you say I was born when the changing god left, but why am I not dead? Allergan, I used a cipher to slow your fall further, but the damage still would have killed an ordinary person. But think about it. If you're the kind of person who can make your body into anything you want, what do you do? If you've constructed bodies for centuries, you want to make each one better than the last. You want to live forever. You're not going to let your life end by accident. No, you'll make strong bodies, fast, powerful. Maybe throw in a regeneration while you're at it. Calliste says, the changing god has always been vain. He rarely stands long in a shell that doesn't suit his self-image. She looks you up and down, her smile suddenly, because he didn't want to wear the scars of yours. Oh. Oh, you picking on my scar? Alright. 6 choices. If the changing god abandoned, where is he now? How can you be sure this body's a cast-off? What was that blast of energy? Do you know anything about the tides? What are the changing god's bodies like again? And I want to ask about something else. 6 choices, ladies and gentlemen. Make your pick. If not, I'm going to pick, how can I be sure it's a cast-off? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn, I'm really hungry. Alright. Okay, how can you be sure this body's a cast-off? Callista says, you mean aside from your miraculous reformation? For one thing, there's your tattoo. All cast-offs have one, though its purpose is beyond me. And then, of course, there's your delicious naivety. Algren says, he could be faking it. You don't live hundreds of years without learning to lie convincingly. Callis says, oh, 4? She signs an expiration, then says to you, exasperation, sorry. Then says to you, what do you think? Are you a newborn child? Are you a powerful mortal whom death has robbed of his memories? Algren crosses his arms and growls, fine. What do you think? 4 choices. I survived that fall and have skills and powers I don't recall learning. What if I am the changing god? There's so much I don't know or remember. I think I must be a cast-off. You obviously knew the changing god, Algren. What do you think? Am I him? And I honestly don't know. 4 choices. Type 1 through 4 in the chat if you want to play. If not, I'm going to say I honestly don't know. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Choice is locked. I'm going, honestly, I don't know. Alright, Algren forces a smile onto his face and pats you awkwardly. His brow remains furrowed, though. You don't know? Perhaps we can talk about what you do know. Callistus laughs scornfully. He clearly knows enough to evade your clumsy accusations, Algren. You have nothing to go on but bitterness and bias. Algren looks away, and his composure slips a little. Gods, you are so rancid sometime, Callistus. Alright, 5 choices. If the changing god had been in my body, where is he now? What was the blast of energy? Do you know anything about the tides? What are changing god bodies like? And I want to ask about something else. My choice is, if the changing gods have been in my body, where is he now? Choose 1 through 5, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Choice is locked. If the changing gods have been in my body, where is he now? If he had been in your body, then his consciousness fled to another. He eyes you keenly. Callistus, oh, do stop. The look she gives Algren is equally piercing, amplified by the withering glare of her sisters. If there is one thing we know about the changing god, dear, it's that he always has a contingency. This child was born here. The object of your session will have been reborn somewhere else. Alright, 4 choices. Blast of energy, anything about the tides, what are their bodies like, and something else. I'm going with, want to ask about something else. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Choice is locked. Of course, Callistus says. Of course, child, you must be so disoriented. Alright. Who is the changing god? Are there other cast-offs? Can I ask more questions about this body? Before I woke, I was in some kind of dreamlike labyrinth. Why do you seem to hate the changing god so much? And if falling from the sky didn't kill me, is there anything that can? 6 choices. Make your pick, people. I'm going with 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Choice is locked. I'm going with number 6. If falling from the sky didn't kill me, then is there anything that can? Callistus says, an excellent question. Having seen your regenerative abilities in action, I suspect they are primarily physical, a regrowth. If that's the case, you'd be unable to survive most varieties of psychic or molecular decomposition, disintegration, conflagration, and so forth. Degenerative diseases could pose a problem, and I know of several entities capable of psychic destruction. As she speaks, a vision flashes into your mind. It's not yours exactly. Somehow you know this is a memory of the changing gods. You're in a dark room, lit by a myriad of blinking lights and holograms from the many machines surrounding you. What about a body that can withstand the Sorrow's attacks? Says a voice. It seems to be coming from one of the machines. No, you reply. The thing has no respect for barriers of any kind, physical, temporal, psychic. This is the only way. With a series of gestures, you bring up an image of a crystalline pod. If the resonance chamber works, it will give us the power to stop the Sorrow's hunt once and for all. We just need the right focal point, a catalyst. The memory fades. Callistus is still talking. You realize identical to the one behind you now. It looks just like the Spectre had described it, a transparent sarcophagus inside a crystalline dome, with the mechanical arms arrayed around it on a metal ring. Unfortunately, the dome is shattered, with the sarcophagus is cracked, and one of the arms is in pieces on the floor. Whatever its function, it clearly needs repair. Callistus, or flesh-eating viruses. One presumes disfigurement by the iron wind would likewise be devastating enough to... Algren says, I think he gets the point, Callistus. And we got 7 big questions. I saw a vision of myself in another time and place. You didn't see it too, did you? Do either of you know anything about the Sorrow? Who is the changing god? Are there other cast-offs? More questions about the body. Before I woke, I was in some kind of dreamlike labyrinth. And why do you seem to hate the changing god so much? 7 choices. 1 through 7, ladies and gentlemen. Make your pick if you wish. Otherwise, I'm going with, are there other cast-offs? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Choices are locked. Alright, are there other cast-offs? Callistus says, dozens, hundreds, who can say? Your sire has been doing this for several centuries. Algren says, though, if all of them were born on the way you claim to have been, it's a wonder any of them survive. Alright, 7 questions again. Vision, anything about the Sorrow, change of God. Can you tell me about the other cast-offs again? Can I ask some more questions about the body? Some kind of dreamlike labyrinth, and why do you seem to hate the changing god so much? 7, again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going with 5. I want to ask some more about the body. 5, 4, 3, make your choices. 2, 1, and locked. Okay, 4. Straight question. Certainly, dear. What do you want to know? Do I want to know what was the blast of energy? Anything about the tides? Changing our bodies like again? Or something else? I'm going to go with anything about the tides. It's like only one viewer in the chat, so unless someone else joins in, I'm going to go ahead with my choices because Electric Skateboard and Thronezilla appear to be in the room, but you guys aren't making choices, so I'm going to speed through a little faster for you guys. If you're interested in making choices, though, definitely shout out and let me know. Okay. Do you know anything about the tides? Callister says, I've heard that term before, a subject your sire studied in great depth. I'm afraid it isn't my field of inquiry. Okay. I'm going to say, I want to ask about something else. And we got 8 choices. I'm going to ask why they seem to hate it so much. Algren says, the ghost of a smile touches his mouth as if he's privy to a joke, but it doesn't reach his hard eyes. He's lived longer than anyone in the Ninth World. Hasn't been much of a philanthropist in all that time. He's helped some people, sure, but it's always been in his own self-interest. He's gotten away with a load of schist over the years. Alright. Back to 7 choices. Let's ask about the body again. What was that blast of energy when I woke? Callister says, as I was telling my colleague, it was obviously a psychological, physiological reaction of some kind. I've never witnessed the birth of a cast-off, but yes, it could very well have been caused by your nascent consciousness. Don't worry, I don't believe it can cause any real harm, not to me at least. Algren says, really? You've been more abrasive than ever since we came in here. He shoots her a sidelong look. She just can't empathize with other people unless she's experimenting on them. Alright. I'm gonna say, ask about something else. Can you tell me about the other cast-offs again? There are hundreds of them, probably. If we use your amazing survival from that fall as a data point, any number of them could still be alive, some of them for centuries. Okay. About the body, are you sure the surge didn't hurt you? If it did, it was damaging our minds, though how you check if it carked her, I couldn't say. Tough to find normalcy there. At least we know it didn't hurt Allegren. That skull's as thick as an organic stone. Okay. Alright, I'm going to ask about something else. Back to 7 choices. Just kind of going through these. Do either of you know anything about the sorrow? Algren says, I've had my share of sorrows, but never the sorrow. What's that, a disease? Callistage, her mouth compresses in a tight line. I know nothing about it. Okay, down to 6 choices. Before I woke, I was in some kind of dreamlike labyrinth with a glowing specter. Algren says, with how hard you hit the ground, I'm surprised that's all you saw. We got 5 choices. Let me ask who the changing god is. Algren, ha, that's something coming from you. Callister gives him a sidelong glance. The changing god is your sire, dear. He discovered a path to immortality long ago, a means to transfer himself to a new body of his own creation. I didn't think he knew, however, that when he abandoned one body, another mind was birthed to fill the void. Algren says, oh, he knew all right. He eyes you up and down coldly. The only thing the changing god cares about is himself. He didn't give a single thought for those he leaves behind. Okay, 5 choices. Can you tell me about the other cast-offs again? Yep, that's a repeat. Okay. Do neither of you know how to fix a crystal chamber? Hey, I got a quest. Allergan chuckles, then firm and certain he says, not likely, though it might not be impossible. You need people with appropriate knowledge. I'm sure the cult of the changing god will hold the answer. Callista's distaste is evident in the expressions of her echoes, although the face of the one in the lead remains carefully impassive. You turn to the insane to help a newborn. Where's your judgment, Allergan? I would take him to the Order of the Truth. Allergan says, the Order of Truth? Are you mad? They would sooner take us apart. And I can ask questions again, so I'm going to go with 5. I have some other questions. We're back to 6. Can you tell me about the other cast-offs again? I think we've done that. Yep. Can I ask some more about the body? What are the changing gods' bodies like again? Powerful and beautiful, each one likely an improvement over the last. I'm curious what you're capable of, child. I suppose we'll find out. Okay, are you sure the surge didn't hurt you? If it did, it was damage on our minds. Okay, we did that one. Alright, ask something else. Okay, we've done... Alright, thank you for your help. I'll figure this out on my own. Farewell. Allergan says, hold on, I'll come with you. Wouldn't want you getting lost, would we? Codex entry unlocked, the last cast off. Okay, perfect. Gasta says, suspicious as always, Allergan. Child, the world is an exciting place, but it is full of dangers. Rest assured, one of us will get you to safety. Will get you safely to where you need to be. I'll be right behind you. A sunny smile crosses her face. I saw a vision of myself in another time and place. You didn't see it too, did you? I saw you stare into space while Callista's graphically described all the ways you could die, but that's about it. He snorts. I only noticed because I did the same thing. Okay. Alright, let's go. Companions, you've gained your first companion. Follow the last cast off and can be controlled during a crisis. You can speak to them about their pasts and take advantage of their unique abilities and skills. Companions have their own motivations and personalities, and depending on the choices you make, they may not follow you forever. You will find more companions who can join as you travel through the ninth world. Okay, exploration. Take this opportunity to explore your surroundings. You may find items, equipment, and more to assist you. When you are ready, you can leave the broken dome using the stairs to the northeast. Hey, I can finally save. Perfect. Game is saved. Okay, we're going to stop right there, ladies and gentlemen. It is lunchtime for me. I'm starving. Fucking starving. So, we're going to drop off there. We've got some teammates now. Interesting game, interesting lore. I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of damn reading though, so I hope you guys appreciate all the reading I've done. And again, this is part 2. It was meant to be one part, but this is part 2 of Torment. I've already forgot the name of the damn game. Tides of Numenera. Numenera, something like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your old gaming show, Yogs for short. I am Brian, the host. Thank you for joining in. I'll continue this at some point. I'm rather interested in where it's going, how it's going to play. So I look forward to that. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. Don't forget Elimination Chamber. I did provide my predictions earlier, so if you catch this, I'll be adding this to the replay, the rerun. So, but you can also watch it straight from the stream, straight from Twitch or on YouTube once I get it uploaded to hear my predictions. Just remember that'll be in part 2 of the playthrough because It was broken into 2 parts today because of an internet failure. So shit happens. Guys, thank you so much for the support. Enjoy your Sunday. Have a great one. Find me again next time. I don't know when I'll be doing another stream. Probably Saturday, next Saturday, which will be March 3rd, which will be my birthday. There's a lot going on that day. So I'm hoping I can give at least a little short stream, if nothing else. But we will see. Have a great one, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.